You going? Alrighty, good afternoon and welcome back to the 2025 Swine Show here at the Decatur County Fair. I am Garrett Schwaring alongside
Jaden Lawrence.
And we are bringing you today's Grand Champion Swine Drive. Earlier this morning, early afternoon, we held the Gilt and Barrow show, narrowed it down to about, about 10 of each breed, and then per Gilt and Barrow. So we'll be bringing those out here to get our Grand Champion. During this Grand Champion Drive, we also are going to have the recognition of first-year members along with 10-year members, and that is sponsored by the Thompson family. And then we also have a few awards. We have the Merrill Smith Memorial Berkshire Award. It is the Blue Ribbon Kid Award. And we also have the Philip Metz Swine Herdsman Award to give out as well.
C.
Got anything else? We're about 2 minutes or so here before this show gets on the road and they start bringing their animals up. We'll be right back. You're listening to WTRE.
Pavey Stockyards, a locally owned and operated business for over 70 years, is currently buying all classes of livestock. Located at 324 West McKee Street in Greensburg, Pavey's has a rich history in Decatur County. Pavey's stockyard owner Alan Meyer, along with cattle buyer Carl Meyer, secretary-treasurer Carol Narwald, and barn manager Larry Lawson conduct business daily and invite you to call 812-663-4611 for current pricing.
Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you and your operation. Whether it's assisting you with selling your farm or providing you with farm management solutions, serving our clients remain our priority. Whether it's equipment, agricultural real estate, recreational real estate, or even that rural residential housing, Halderman can help. Contact us today at halderman.com.
Alrighty, welcome back here to the Decatur County Fair, where we are kicking off this Grand Champion Drive. Starting this off with our first-year members.
What did you have for lunch, Garrett?
Buzz Tops.
What'd you get?
The Wade Shooty.
What's that?
A half Kickin' Mac and half Hot Mess.
That sounds pretty good.
How about you?
I got a spicy chicken sandwich from Stacy's Tenderloins.
Oh, great. That sounds delicious. Out here we've got 10 first-year members. We also have 10 10-year members as well. Once they all get out here, we'll list those off.
You're still looking for some.
Well, I guess we can go ahead and list off the first-year members. We've got Chloe Best, Emmett Evans, Jessica Gauck, Kenley Hill, Stevie Innes, Kenley Jones, Kirsten Kruzman, Aubrey Meyer, Gregory Rennekamp, and Tegan Sheldnick. Also, our 10-year members include Ian Amarine, Casey Barker, Kylie Best, Brad Krieger, Brady Maurer, Brooklyn Maurer, Mason Morris, Landon Schwarzentuber, Mac Templeton, and Miley Wilkeson.
We've had a great turnout. We've had a great show. Couldn't have a show if we didn't have not only the support of families, but these members. And so we have 10 first-year swine members. We'd like to take a second and recognize them, give them a round of applause. They've done an excellent job. So if you hear your name, please wave or step forward. Our first-year members are Chloe Best, Emmett Evans, Jessica Gauck, Kenley Hill, Stevie Ennis, Kinley Jones, Kirsten Kruzman, Aubrey Meyer, Gregory Rennekamp, and Tegan Schildneck. Let's give a big round of applause for all of our first-year swine exhibitors. Chief, step forward.
We're going to try to have the younger kids present the older kids with their medal.
All right, let's take a moment now to look at the other end of the spectrum. We also have 10 10-year exhibitors. I'm not sure all 10 made it out, but we want to recognize them. 10 years ago, they stood in this ring as a first-year member, and they have, for lack of a better term, stuck it out for 10 years. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of hours spent in the barn, a lot of hours spent in the show arena. So at this time, let's recognize our 10-year members. Ian Amrine, Casey Barker, Kylie Best, Brad Krieger, Brady Maurer, Brooklyn Maurer, Mason Morris, Landon Schwartzentruber, Mac Templeton, and Miley Wilkinson. Let's give a big round of applause to Decatur County for our 10-year swine exhibitors. Thank you, everybody. Next up, we're going to hand off to Tyler Johnson, who will give the Merrill Smith Memorial Berkshire Awards.
Thank you, Scott. And again, this is the second year for the Merrill Smith Memorial Berkshire Award. We've got two of Merrill's daughters here, Allison and Megan, that are going to present those awards. But Merrill's award is really to honor his legacy and his commitment not only to Decatur County, but the ag community as a whole. And again, Merrill always prioritized being a blue ribbon kid and not just having a blue ribbon project. And I want to read an excerpt from one of his favorite poems here. The important things, son, are not ribbons or pins, and sometimes it's really the loser who wins. Now here are the things most important. It's true your 4-H experience has accomplished for you. So we picked two individuals this year to represent this award, and we've got one for a Barrow exhibitor and a Guild exhibitor. Our Barrow winner for the Merrill Smith Memorial Award is Waylon Brody. Waylon's here, come on in. And then our Guild Award is to Mr. Emmett Evans. If Emmett's in here, come on down. Congratulations. We'll get you a picture. Again, let's give him one more nice round of applause. Congratulations.
All right, as we take some pictures, we'll go ahead and I'll ask that all of our Guild champions start working their way up to the pins for the arena. Once again, we're going to keep the reserve champions back in the barn to have them ready as you may be called up to the show arena. So let's bring our gilt breed champions to the holding pens.
Alrighty, our breed champions we got here. We'll start listing them off. We've got the Berkshire, shown by Emmett Evans. The Chester White, shown by Lance Wechter. Duroc, shown by Casey Barker. Your Hampshire, shown by Braxton Evans. Hereford, shown by Gwendolyn Gauck. Landrace, shown by Brock Evans. Poland China, shown by Brody Barker. Spot, shown by Grace Denny. Tamworth, shown by Mason Bowdy. Yorkshire, shown by Ian Amarine. And Crossbred, shown by Emmett Evans as well. We'll also introduce them as they enter the show ring. Here, as they're making their way up, we'd like to thank some of the sponsors for these awards. The 5th place banner is sponsored by North Decatur FFA. 4th place, sponsored by Greensburg Soy Processors. 3rd place, sponsored by the Morris family. Reserve Grand Champion banner, sponsored by the Moore Family Farms. The Grand Champion Traveling Trophy, sponsored by the Joe Fogel family in memory of Gene Fogel. And the Grand Champion banner is sponsored by Best Equipment. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to WTRE.
The Jackman Animal Clinic in Milroy is a full-service veterinary clinic that has been serving southeastern Indiana since 1979. They're committed to providing high-quality and compassionate veterinary care throughout the life of your pet or livestock. Their services and facilities are designed to assist in routine preventive care for healthy pets and farm animals, early detection and treatment of disease as your animal ages, and complete medical and surgical veterinary care as necessary during his or her lifetime. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to noon. Jackman Animal Clinic is located at 700 East Main Street in Milroy. Phone 765-629-2134 or see them online at jackmananimalclinic.com.
Alrighty, we're live back here. Getting ready to kick off the Grand Champion drive here of our gilt portion. First up, coming out of that gate there on the right, we've got the Berkshire, shown by Emmett Evans.
Next up, we have our Chester White, shown by Lance Wechter.
Our Chester White there on the left, shown by Lance Wechter.
Our next participant, showing the Duroc, Casey Barker.
Casey Barker there with her Duroc.
The Hampshire, shown by Braxton Evans.
Hampshire, shown by Braxton Evans. Hereford, shown by Gwendolyn Gout. Brock Evans with his Landris. Poland China coming out of there with Brody Barker. The Spot Gilt, shown by Grace Denny. Mason Bowdy at Tamworth.
Our Yorkshire champion, shown by
Ian Amrine with his Yorkshire.
And our crossbred champion, shown by Emmett Evans.
Rounding out the champions here, we've got Emmett Evans with his crossbred.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Judge, here's your class.
Alrighty, all champions have been entered into the ring. The reserves will now make their way up there to represent their respective breed.
I've just been told that reserves come on up. Reserve champions from each breed come up to the holding pins. That should speed up things. You get your opportunity to show your reserve champion third or the fifth.
Pavey Stockyards, a locally owned and operated business for over 70 years, is currently buying all classes of livestock. Located at 324 West McKee Street in Greensburg, Pavey's has a rich history in Decatur County. Pavey's Stockyard owner Alan Meyer, along with cattle buyer Carl.
You guys for having me out here today. I definitely appreciate the opportunity to come and look at pigs, and the quality has been very good throughout your guys' whole show. And I think all these guild exhibitors out here, if you didn't make it out here, I want to encourage you to keep working. And because at the end of the day, it's not about the ribbons and the banners, it's about the relationships that you make with other people. So I encourage you, if you didn't do as good as you wanted to today, get with somebody around this barn that knows what they're doing, that you've seen out here, and try to piggyback off of them and try to figure out, what we can do or what you can improve on going forward. So it was a really, really good show. I'm not one for a big speech, but I think that poem was very, very good. So there's one out here, guys, that I tied into early when I saw it. I still dig her all day long. That crossbred's going to be your champion. Congratulations to that young man.
Congratulations to Emmett Evans for the Grand Champion Guild.
As you heard there, Emmett Evans, your Grand Champion Gilt, comes from the crossbred. Entering the ring now is the Reserve Champion crossbred, shown by Madeline Shireman. The judge is now selecting his reserve Grand Champion.
Well, we give that reserve out here, and she's one that doesn't take away from the quality. And actually, I like her second best. She'll be your reserve. Congratulations to her. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Reserve Champion Gilt, shown by Madeline Shireman.
There, as you heard, Reserve Champion, Grand Champion, shown by Madeline Shireman, also coming from the crossbred breed. The judge will now be selecting the 3rd overall gilt.
If I remember right, I believe that this hog that I'm going to use next was a single entry in their division. They might not be, or might not have been, but one, when you have a chance to use an outlier for a breed and one that's really, really good for their breed, I'm going to go ahead and use that Tamworth for 3rd. Congratulations to that exhibitor. As we come out here for 4th, I do think it gets close between, 3 or 4 of them out here, and we go and we think back to what we had back in class and in divisions. But there's one out here that I really liked in division, and I know she's kind of getting a little bit open mouth and wore out now, but I do think that one's really impressive for the amount of mass and spread that one has. But I can still carry it at the weight she's at. That young man's Yorkshire will be 4th. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Alrighty, congratulations to Mason Bowdy, your 3rd overall gilt, showing a Tamworth, and your 4th overall is Ian Amorine, showing a Yorkshire. Here the judge is getting ready to select his 5th overall to round out the gilt class.
Congratulations to everybody again. It was a really good gilt show. I look forward to the bears. I mean, I think there's a couple 3 out here that you can tie into, the 2 that I'm going back and forth of in no particular order of that Berkshire. I really think that one's a really, really nice one. One that's really balanced, complete, sound, flexible. Like a lot of things about that one. I also like this Landrace Guild, a really good deal. Just one that's pretty fault-free for that breed. And you go ahead, and I think that one's just trending up and on her right way up. The Hampshire's good too. I mean, I think that one's on her way up. Give that one a few more weeks, and she'll be very intriguing, I think, come time for Envy. But I'm going to go ahead and go with your Landrace to round out the gilt show. Congratulations to those exhibitors.
Congratulations to Brock Evans, your Landrace exhibitor. He will be the 5th overall.
Winners, we need to get a picture with you with your banner. You are one of the top 5. See the ladies to get your picture taken. Our 3rd overall was shown by Mason Bowdy.
Alrighty, a little recap here. 5th overall, Brock Evans, showing a Landrace. 4th overall, Ian Amorine, showing a Yorkshire. 3rd overall, Mason Bowdy, Tamworth. Reserve champion, Madeline Shireman, crossbred. She was also the reserve champion. And the grand champion, Emmett Evans, crossbred champion. So congratulations to all of them. They're now going to get their pictures out there in the ring. We'll take a quick commercial break and come back for the Phil Metz Swine Herdsmanship Award.
Do you believe in economic growth right here in Decatur County? Do you support the Cobia Solar Project and the millions in benefits it can bring? Do you believe in protecting property rights and creating new opportunities for our community? Then make your voice heard.
Pavey Stockyards, a locally owned and operated business for over 70 years, is currently buying all classes of livestock. Located at 324 West McKee Street in Greensburg, Pavey's has a rich history in Decatur County. Pavey Stockyard owner Alan Meyer, along with cattle buyer Carl Meyer, secretary treasurer Carol Narwald, and barn manager Larry Lawson, conduct business daily and invite you to call 812-663-4611 for current pricing.
Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you and your operation. Whether it's assisting you with selling your farm or providing you with farm management solutions, serving our clients remain our priority. Whether it's equipment, agricultural real estate, recreational real estate, or even that rural residential housing, Halderman can help. Contact us today at halderman.com.
Alrighty, they just got their pictures taken, so we're going to get their Phil Metz Swine Herdsman Award.
Ask all of our barrow breed champions to work their way up to the holding pens. Champion barrows, come on up. Reserves, be ready, but stay in your pen for now. Thank you.
You'll be hearing from Tyler Johnson here as they go over the Phil Metz Swine Herdsman Award and the meaning behind it, and as they crown the new winner of that. Here he is.
We're going to have the opportunity now to announce the Phil Metz Herdsman Award. And again, many of you knew Phil and what he did for the Decatur County community and the ag industry as a whole. And we started this award in 1988 to recognize his accomplishments and have really turn this award into a person that kind of goes above and beyond, not necessarily a winner all the time, but they may win, but does things outside of the show ring that exemplifies the kind of hard work and dedication that Phil had. And we don't have the pleasure of having any of his family here today. They've got a wedding that they are at, but again, we want to recognize this year's Herdsman Award. An individual that our crew here, educators and show staff have had a real pleasure of seeing grow up through the program, and kind of the icing on the cake, I guess, was earlier this summer when this individual had approached the extension office about allowing one of their pigs to be shown by another fellow 4-H member who lost their pig, and that pig wasn't going to make it to the fair. And this individual took the time and initiative to call the office and see if they could use one of their pigs to show in showmanship. And that really exemplifies what the 4-H program is all about. And again, kind of a no-brainer for us this year. The Phil Metz Herdsman Award is going to go to Mr. Ian Amrine. Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations to Ian Amrine on the Phil Metz Swine Herdsmanship Award.
Congratulations to Ian. Let's continue working those breed champion barrows up to the holding pens. We'll get ready for our grand champion barrow drive.
Alrighty, our barrow champions here. We got our Berkshire, shown by Ian Amrine. Our Chester White, shown by Sawyer Smoot. Duroc, shown by Kenley Hill. Hampshire, shown by Miley Wilkinson. Hereford, shown by Jake Graves. Spot, shown by Grady Harrison. Tamworth, shown by Henry Dwanger. Yorkshire, shown by Miley Wilkeson. And Crossbred, shown by Kinley Hill. We've got 9 Barrow champions and 9 reserves as well. So we will get ready to kick this Barrow, show off in just a minute.
Get ready for 2025 Decatur County Swine Barrow Grand Drive. The breed winners.
We will hear them from
Shown by Ian Amine. Our champion Chester White, shown by Sawyer Smoot. Our champion Duroc, shown by Kenny Hill. Being helped out by Klein Lowe. Our champion Hampshire, shown by Miley Wilkeson. Being helped out by Lance Wechter. Our champion Hereford, shown by Jay Graves. Our champion Spot, shown by Grady Harrison. Our champion Tamworth, shown by Henry Dwenger. Our champion York, shown by Miley Wilkeson. Being helped out by Emmett Evans. And our champion Crossbred, shown by Kenley Hill.
Can you say if you're chosen to be state ranked corporate?
Ladies and gentlemen, here is our class for the 2025 Grand Champion Barrow Drive. Also winners, when you win, and I hope you all do, please remember to stay for a picture after the show.
Alrighty, there you have it, your top 9 Barrow champions working it out here for Grand Champion.
Reserve Barrows, please come up to the holding pens. Reserve Champion Barrows to the holding pens.
Our Barrow Awards, our 5th place banner sponsored by North Decatur FFA, 4th place banner sponsored by South Decatur FFA, 3rd place sponsored by Greensburg FFA, the Reserve Grand Champion banner sponsored by Moore Family Farms, the Grand Champion Trophy sponsored by Carrez, and Grand Champion banner sponsored by Best Equipment.
Inside, give all these exhibitors that exhibited today just one really big round of applause. Like I said, again, don't want to be a broken record. I definitely appreciate the opportunity for coming out here today and sorting your guys' show. To me, guys, there's one division in particular that I thought was really tough. And when we give these things back out here, I think there's one that exemplifies what we need to look for in terms of a market hog. And, you know, what's exciting, too, about this animal in particular is that he's on his way up. And I think this one could be really exciting in a few weeks. See where he lies, but that crossbred's pretty good. He'll be your champion. Congratulations to her.
having the grand champion barrow.
In the ring now, we've got Miley Wilkeson, the reserve champion, with her crossbred barrow.
When we get out here for a reserve, guys, I think that there's another really, really special animal out here. And, I may have not gotten the best look at this animal, but at the end of the day, guys, it's perseverance and determination. You get back out here, you saddle back up, you keep trying, and she's getting her drove a lot better now, and I really do appreciate that. And I just think he's so dense, he's so stout, but yet at the same time, as out here, it can absolutely float on the ring. Now, a whole lot of issues you can pick a hole in. One I like a good deal as a heavy. That crossbred will be your reserve. Congratulations to her.
Congratulations, Miley Wilkeson, with her crossbred barrow. She is the reserve champion for that breed.
We go to select your third, and there was one that came out in the breed. I was just like, whoa. When that thing hit the ring, definitely an animal that I think is really, really good. Has a lot of upside, and one that's extremely dense, extremely huge back in this one. If you wanted to get on top of one and want to know what muscle shape it looks like, I suggest you come on this one, get on top of this one. That Chester's going to be third. Congratulations to that young lady.
Congratulations to Sawyer Smoot with the third overall barrow for Chester White.
Is there a champion coming?
Here for fourth, guys, it's between a couple of them, if I'm being quite honest, and trying to remember what was back there in the breed as well. It's between the Duroc and the York here. Just personal preferences, guys, where things lie. If you can get one that's that stout, that's that sound, can make it to the way that he's at. Guys, Yorkshire Barrows like this don't really come around anymore, and I honestly like this one a good deal. Yeah, he's a little past his prime, but man, he's pretty good. That Yorkshire's going to be fourth. Congratulations to that young man.
Congratulations to Miley Wilkeson on the fourth overall barrow, her Yorkshire, shown by Emmett Evans.
That reserve York hits the ring, and we talked about the division, and if we remember back that was a very, very close pair. You know, the ones we just, there was one that would just had more ESTs in terms of being the biggest, the stoutest, the soundest. But there's another one out there, and then we talk about this reserve York. We just wish that guy was just a little bit more elevated on his front feet, or front feet today. But going forward, we think that one's, you know, really shapely down his back and handles it very well from behind. The Duroc, we talked about that one, coming right at you, is extremely robust, extremely dense in his skeleton. You know, would you like for him to have a nickel more fresh shape up high? Sure. I think it's splitting hairs. I think it's really close. I'm going to go ahead and use that reserve York for 5th. Congratulations to that young man.
Yes, buddy. Yes. Yes, buddy. Good job. Thank you.
Congratulations to Braxton Evans, showing the Yorkshire 5th overall.
Congratulations to Sawyer Sweet for the 3rd best bear. Miley Wilkinson with some help from Emmett Evans with the 4th. And 5th place went to Braxton Evans. Thanks to everyone for coming out today. It was a great show. And enjoy the rest of your weekend and enjoy the rest of the Decatur County 4-H.
Alrighty, guys, thank you for joining us along WTRE here for today's Decatur County 4-H Swine Show. That will conclude today's show. Be sure to come back at 5 o'clock p.m. for the Decatur County Born, Bred, and Raised Beef Show.